What's going on YouTube? Great Tornado here, and I'm here with my Naturia Synchro build. Most of you guys have not seen this build before. If you guys have seen it on my other channel, it's pretty much the same. I added a couple new texts in my main deck, and I finally filled in some proxies. So this is what I'm pretty much running. Added a couple, maybe one or two more cards changing, but the deck is pretty good. It's run very well. It's very competitive in this meta, and I do like it a lot. It's one of my favorite decks that I have built myself. So, start off, you guys should know what Naturias are. Basically, they're like forest, plant, animals kind of things. This is one of my favorite first archetypes, and I've always been sticking to them, even though they keep changing, and sometimes it can suck sometimes. But this build is very competitive. It's pretty fast. I like to synchro a lot. So, let's get to it. So, first thing is one Naturia Bamboo. I want to run 2, but the problem with running 2 is he becomes dead draw. Even with 3 power dualities, you can still get him in your hand too many times. And then you have nothing to really use his effect. You can then sack. To use his effect, you need to sacrifice a Naturia monster to tribute summon him. And then when he's tribute summoned that way, your opponent cannot activate no spells and traps. He's level 5 Earth, 2000 attack, so he's not that strong. But his effect is really good. But it's hard to run more than one in my build without it being a dead draw. And then I run 3 Naturia Cherries, one Naturia's best tuners. When this card gets destroyed by my opponent, doesn't matter how, by card effect, by battle, doesn't matter, and it's sent in my graveyard, I can special summon up to 2 Naturia Cherries on the field face down defense. What's cool about it is he's level 1 Earth tuner. Then you got 2 Naturia Cosmo Beats. He's pretty cool too. When my opponent normal summons or sets a monster, I can special summon him from my hand. So that's pretty cool. And then I run 2 Naturia Cliffs. They're the searchers for all my Naturias. However Naturia Cliff gets destroyed and he's special summoned, you can basically get any of the Naturias level 4 or lower to the field. He basically searches for my other Naturia tuners that I need. I run 3 Reborn Tengus. Reborn Tengu's amazing in this build. My battery's about to die, guys. Sorry about that. 3 Ultra Reborn Tengus. He's just really good with any synchro build to synchro a lot. 1 Lone Fire, 1 Dandy, 1 Spore, and 1 Glow Up for your plant engine. Every time you run a synchro build, you usually run the plant engine. 1 Debris for instant Black Rose, 2 Effect Veilers. Really good for the format, and you can sync with him. 1 Plague, stack for a Cherry, stack for a Tengu, and then you can special summon it. 2 TG Werewolves. He works really well in the build. He's my way to go into Wonder Magician. 1 Sangan to search for everything but Tengus and Bamboo. Start off with the spell lineup. I run 1 Mind Control, 1 Foolish, 1 for 1, and Pot of Avarice. Staple plant engine spells, and then I run 1 enemy controller and 1 super solo nutrient. Works really well in the build. Tributing a Sangan or Dandy or Reborn Tengu to take control of one of your opponent's monsters is really cool. And then I have 9 targets for my super solo nutrient. Basically, if you don't know what this card does, tribute a plant level 2 or lower to then special summon a plant 3 plus its level or lower. So that's pretty cool. You can even tribute Fluff Token, so that's awesome. 3 power dualities helps you get your combo pieces with what you want pretty quick and easy. Help you get all your stuff first turn. 1 MST because I have Wonder Magician. I have Bamboo to stop and negate, well, not even negate, just not allow my opponent to activate any spells or traps. So I feel the need to just run 1. I know Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, and Monster Reborn. So, then traps, 1 Limit Reverse, and Double Call the Hornets. Works really well. 1 D Prison, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Trap Dust Shoot. So most of my traps are very trainable to MST if they happen to pop it. Next is my extra deck, which I run 1 Formula, 1 Hyper Librarian, 1 Catastor, 1 Android, and 1 Wonder Magician. You go into 5s a lot, so that's why you see a lot of 5s. 1 Brio, 1 Barkion, because I have made Barkion a lot of times. 1 Gaia, 1 Black Rose, 1 Ancient Sacred Woven, which I make with Formula in a level 5, or Effect Filler in a level 6. 1 Stardust Dragon. I might go to 2 Stardust Dragons. He works really well in the build. I go into him a lot. And I usually go into Shooting Star Dragon, which I might make room for it. 1 Trish, kind of staple too. 1 Decisive Armor, which might come out for a Shooting Star Dragon. 1 Leviathan, and 1 Lavar. So yeah, some combos I do with the build is pretty cool. Is my newfound build combo is using him and him. So my opponent goes first. I get to special summon him, and then I can special summon him, and then I can sync into Wonder Magician to pop 1 card in the back, and then he's like a formula, or she's like a formula, correction, where I could sync on my opponent's main phase, so that's pretty cool. Combos I also like to do. My favorite, if you guys have not seen this before, is getting your cherries, getting your Tengus, Lone Fire, Glow Up Spore, and Super Solar Nutrient. So the combo works well with just these 3 right here. As long as you have any of these 3 in your hand, this combo works really well. So you set your cherry, then your opponent, destroys it by battle or something. You special summon 2 more. Then you can, on your time, in your turn, you can summon, flip summon, sync for Hyper Librarian. I need to get him out. Hyper Librarian, and then Tengu comes out. Flip for Cherry, activating Super Solar Nutrient, tributing this for a Lone Fire, which then Lone Fire can then tribute himself to get either a Spore or Glow Bulb, and then syncing with this, going to a Cataster, getting the other Tengu and the final Tengu. And if you use Glow Up, you can mill for Glow Up and go into another 5, like Android, which is right here. Or you could remove from play with Spore's effect a Cherry to go into a Brio. So and you just +2 off of that, which is really cool. So that is it, guys. Hopefully you guys like this build, my Naturia Synchro build. I had a challenge to make a pure Naturia build that is competitive, so I'm going to try to do my best on that. I need to downgrade a couple of my decks to make room for it. So I'll be showing you a pure Naturia build. Also, guys, I'm still looking for subscribers. Definitely check out my contest where you could win a super rare pot of duality. And that is it, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out.